Hello, everybody. And I'd like to first start off by wishing everybody a happy new year. I hope you all had a good one, whatever you did. I went on to the streets of London with Taiwan's flag and I celebrated New Year in style. There is a video over on my Free China channel, so go and check that out. But yeah, so happy New Year, everybody. I hope you all had a great one. And let's get started with today's live stream because we've got a good one. Now, I'm doing it on Monday today because, well, just because I felt like it. There was an interesting topic and I thought, screw it. I'm just going to go for it. Let's see what happens. So, speaking of New Year, and let me just get my thing on the screen here so everybody can see it. Okay. So, speaking of New Year, things in China didn't go down too well, I'm afraid. They didn't have a happy new year in China. And I'm sure by now, most of you have seen some of these ridiculous videos of their New Year's celebrations. You know, oh my God, and my phone is ringing. Sorry, I will have to put that on silent. Oh dear. Sorry about that, guys. That's kind of stupid of me. I should have put it on silent. Anyway, I'm sure you saw some of these ridiculous celebrations that they had where there were no fireworks, there was no drone show, no amazing light show, and they put on this fake CGI horses running across the screen pretending that this was what all of the people were seeing when in fact it was fake. I'm sure you guys have all seen that by now. And I'm pretty sure that you've seen some of the other videos of the New Year's countdowns that suddenly disappeared and people were left wondering if it was actually New Year or not. China, well, the government of China, let's just call them China. Makes it a lot easier than saying the Chinese government, right? So China do not want people celebrating New Year. They don't want people coming together in large crowds. They really hate that kind of thing because when the people are together in large crowds, it could lead to trouble. They could start going against the government, and that is something that the CCP really wants to avoid. So anyway, they were cancelling fireworks left, right, and center. Here's a few examples of it. It comes in and that's it. Oh God. Yikes. Now this is dangerous, you know, and this is the CCP for you. This is China's government for you, you know. They would much rather implement their bullshit crackdown and risk the safety of pedestrians, of people, than actually allow people to just like let off fireworks and celebrate for the new year. It is ridiculous. So these clips, these two clips that I've just shown you, summarize China's new year and probably China's future New Year's in years to come. The government are going to continue to crack down on it because they really do not want the people celebrating and having a fun time during New Year. So let's move on. And that is dangerous. Here he is. So for some of you guys who probably are new here or don't know, every week now I pick a quote from Xi Jinping. He is the dictator of China, and he has his own X page called Xi's Moments. And it's pretty much just propaganda for the CCP, just posting all of Xi Jinping's quotes and all of their bullshit propaganda that they post everywhere else on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. I just find it amusing that there's a page, Twitter page, an X account called Xi's Moments, and it has hundreds and thousands of followers. But then one of their posts only gets 114 likes. 11 comments. It has hundreds and thousands of followers, by the way. It's ridiculous. So anyway, here is the quote from Xi's Moments. So bringing benefit to the people is the fundamental principle of governance. Yeah, no shit, Einstein. I mean, a dictator trying to tell you what the fundamental principle of governance is kind of ironic anyway. It's kind of ridiculous, right? But let's see. Let's see if his quote really, really holds true in China.
我在北京
So this is the reality. Not benefit for the people. China has a massive homeless problem. Look at these homeless people. All of them sleep on the street. And they say that countries in the West have a homeless problem. Well, this looks crazy. I've never seen this many homeless people on the streets of London in a row. And if I have, I've talked about it, and the government have talked about it. The government haven't tried to censor it. Pretty crazy. But yeah, benefit the people. Yeah, good one, Xi Jinping. But there's more. We have more, guys. Okay. Wow. This is a China scene, if ever I have seen one. Look at this mess. So this is a typical market stall somewhere in China. Who knows where it is? It could be anywhere. This is a very typical China scene. Serving up meat there on the table, just meat slabbed out on a dirty table, ready to sell. Not exactly the most hygienic situation, not exactly the kind of place where you would like to buy your pork for that curry in the evening, right? Fucking look at it. Jesus Christ, that is disgusting. No wonder I was always sick when I lived in China. Look at the state of it. So anyway, keep your eye out on the woman with the red bag. There she goes. That bin bag, that plastic bin bag. She stole some meat. Oh, she got busted. She got busted. So great governance benefits the people, but the people can't even afford to buy meat off of a dirty minging table in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, China. Well done. Great governance there. Really benefited the people there. And this one as well. You've got people, this lady here in the red. This is at some kind of Buddhist temple, I believe. There's a big statue there, and she's climbing up. Let's look at what she does. Okay, let's just take that back. Did you see that? People put money up there as an offering, right? You know, kind of like if you went to a wishing well, you throw like some money in. It's that kind of deal. And she's just taking that money and handing it to her friend. So yeah, this is the great governance of China benefiting the people, right? Where people are forced to steal meat from a manky ass table, and people are stealing people's money that they've offered in the religion just to get by because they can't afford to live in this crazy country where, you know, they're supposed to have alleviated poverty and homeless people all over the street.
That is why you fail.
Good one, Xi Jinping. Okay, here we are at the main topic. So, we had an incident at the LA, Los Angeles Chinese consulate. There was an anti-CCP protest going on outside the consulate, It happens a lot outside China's embassies and consulates, by the way. As much as they'd like to say that why would people be against the CCP? There are a lot of people who are against the CCP. I've been to so many of these protests over the last year outside China's mega embassy and outside the Chinese embassy here in London. I've seen protests happening outside the Manchester consulate. So many protests against the CCP. And this is just one of the many that's happened in Los Angeles. Okay, so the security guards are looking rather pissed off, and they're heavily armed, by the way. Look at these guys. They have like there's like body armor on. They have like massive shields. They have pepper spray and all of this stuff. I mean, gosh, it looks quite intimidating, to be honest. Why on earth would you even like why would a government need security like this if they're not paranoid? Anyway, let's see what happens. He sprays pepper spray right in their faces. Wow. That is insane. We need to look at that one more time. It's not all that he does, by the way. Let's see it. That guy just got a complete face full of pepper spray, and I can tell you that is going to sting.
他妈的比这个鸟毛警察！唱给我，唱给我！这里有全程这个录像直播啊！对对对，他妈的朝我喷胡椒粉。
He's back.
我操！我操！我要帮助！911在哪里？ 马上报警！快点报警！他已经涉嫌刑事犯罪、暴力袭击，根据加州 C245罚款，他已经涉嫌刑事暴力攻击了。
My God. What the hell, man? That is ridiculous. What kind of insecure, pathetic, petty, childlike government behaves like this? Especially like in their own country, I can kind of understand it because they can just, well, I don't understand it. I think it's like diabolical, but they can censor it. They can like wipe this footage off of the face of the planet. They can just get rid of it. You would never see it. But doing this on another country's soil, especially in the USA, for the whole world to see, my God, this is ridiculous. I really hope this security guard goes to prison for this. There he is. And he's gloating. He's like, do you want some more? Come on, then. Do you want some more? Oh, my God. So this is assault. Let's make no mistake about it. This is assault by these security guards. It's ridiculous. These guys are only protesting outside the embassy peacefully, just doing their thing. Does this guy, I mean, I know that he's from the CCP. He's from China. He's employed by the CCP. He doesn't like free speech. But even when he's on a democratic country's soil, he is still acting like he's in China, acting like the CCP would do to protesters. That is not on. That is not allowed. That should not be allowed. Okay, so here he is in the background. Praise the Lord. He is getting arrested. And I hope, seriously, I hope he spends some time in jail. This guy, look, there he goes. The walk of shame. Kind of reminds me of Krusty, except this guy's not really fighting it. He knows he did wrong. He knows he did wrong there.
没有，我没有在路上见，我就是不警察。
Okay, so here's the guy. And I just wanted to show you, I found another clip.
我是这
Okay, so this guy is Jack Wu, who is the CEO of JK Patrol SVC, and they serve as the security for the Consular General in Los Angeles. And I'm wondering, this is a video of him, but I'm not sure, is this the same guy or not? Is it the same guy? Because the resemblance is uncanny.
我是洛城警卫安保
Very
公司 CEO。
striking resemblance. Let's just take it back. I'll show you again. So look at this guy. Now, is this the same guy? I think it is. And he is the CEO of this security company. And he's behaving like this.
我是洛城警卫安保公司
Guy needs to seriously go to jail. He needs to go to prison, and he needs to reflect on his actions, because that is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, oh my God. I have been to many a protest outside China's embassies, right? And they always have some hired security guards, but they never overstep their boundaries like this guy did. I mean, they do in a way, because they do try to interfere. They try to take photos of you. They try to get in your way. And I remember once they were complaining to the police when we were there, because we had a projector that was projecting an image onto the embassy, and they were complaining to the police, trying to make out that what we were doing was illegal. And the policeman basically shut him down, told him to shut up and stop trying to overstep his mark, stop trying to the police pretty much said, like, let us do the policing here, because we are actually police. You are only supposed to be doing the security work inside the embassy. So I've seen it before where they try to, push it. They try to cross the line, not cross China's red line, but cross the line. And but this guy, he just took it way, way too far. And I do hope that he seriously faces some jail time so he can reflect on his stupid actions. But is this showing things to come? Is this going to be what it's like now in the future for security guards outside China's embassies when there's a protest? Because if that's the case, I'm starting to worry, am I even safe anymore? Am I going to get pepper sprayed in my face? I really, really hope not, because that stuff stings like a motherfucker. So yeah, guys, what do you think about that? I think that is crazy, crazy stuff. And yeah, we should definitely like try and get this guy in trouble for this. And I'm sure he already is in trouble for it. But hopefully more people will be made aware of their behavior, because this is not normal. This isn't normal, like many protests happen outside many countries' embassies, and they never have security guards like this. So China, seriously, grow up, stop being so goddamn insecure. and really, like, it's really bad for you, because you're showing your true colors to the whole world now. They can see that you do not like criticism. You can't take criticism, so you use your authoritarian ways to try and silence people, and it just it's going to completely backfire on you. What a disgrace. Okay, yes, he did get arrested. We showed you video footage of it, so yeah, we know. Right, let's move on. Oh yeah, just one more thing as well, very quickly. Oops. Yeah, I just wanted to say that this guy's behavior is definitely transnational repression, which is when governments extend their authoritarian control beyond borders, targeting critics, dissidents, journalists, and diaspora members abroad through tactics such as surveillance, harassment, online disinformation, threats to family, illegal extradition, and in this case that we saw today, through violence. Okay? And this is something that the CCP is famous for, transnational repression. And this is a complete threat to human rights. Okay? And it's always these authoritarian states that do so, such as the CCP, because they want to silence any opposition in democratic countries. And they use any tool at their disposal, and coercion, which affects many people who seek refuge. And it just undermines our freedom here in democratic countries like the UK, and in this case, in America, in the USA, in Los Angeles. It undermines our freedom, and it's just disgusting. And they use disgusting tactics. So this guy is definitely guilty of transnational repression. Okay, moving on. We've got a few more things to talk about today. Okay, this is a little graphic, I guess, but you know what? Like, I've started to think that this channel isn't monetized on YouTube, so they really can't do much apart from age restrict this video. My videos on this channel get buried anyway, so who gives a shit, right? Let's take a few risks. Let's show some crazy shit. Okay, so guys, just to make you aware, this is a little bit violent. If you don't like that sort of shit, then you should probably not watch it. Although I wouldn't say it's extremely violent where you're going to see like blood and guts and that kind of thing, but it's a little distressing. But first I'll just tell you the story. Okay, so there was a knife attack. A knife attack in China. They tried to make out that it's super safe. This, the government's propaganda tries to make out that it's super safe, and there's no knife attacks, and knife attacks only happen in the evil West, the West. Well, this one happened in Shangshui in Henan on the 3rd of January. There was a woman called Miss Liu, and she was in a noodle restaurant, and she had to pay her bill, but apparently her phone was out of power. So the restaurant owner suggested that she charges her phone, but then all of a sudden she just flipped out and started going for them with a knife and scissors. So the shopkeeper fled. Obviously, the customers fled. I'm not sure if any of them were injured, okay? But they completely fled the scene, got the hell out of there as soon as this started. And this Miss Liu, she apparently destroyed the phone, the store's mobile phone, and this is when the shopkeeper called the police for help. Okay, so the police roll in. That is where we pick up on this story. So you need this many police for one woman. Oh, fuck. She is nuts.
What?
And this is because she didn't want to pay her bill? I would hate to see what happens if it's something serious. Jesus.
What?
He's like, Gwen, which means like get lost. God. Crazy, isn't it, guys? Crazy that we need this many police. I mean, he's been disarmed, right? Do you remember when the whole like George Floyd incident happened? Horrible, by the way, disgusting, right? Really disgusting. But when that happened, the Chinese government on their X accounts, even though X is blocked in China, they still use it. But anyway, on their X accounts, they would post like loads of pictures of George Floyd saying, "I can't breathe," like trying to make out that things like this don't happen in CCP land. Well, look at this. I think this woman can't breathe. Man, that is insane. Wow. Crazy. Let's move it forward a bit. Like, problem solved. How many police did it take? Let's see. Let's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. And like, here's the thing, right? How much is like a bowl of noodles in China? You know, probably 20 yuan at the most, 25 yuan at the most, maybe. That's about like £2, like a couple of dollars, $3 or something like that. And that is the result of her not wanting to pay. And she just went absolutely crazy. Man, damn China, you crazy. You crazy China. Wow. Wow. And like when they tell you that China is safe, when they say China has alleviated poverty and all of this stuff, just show them this live stream and yeah, they will completely be destroyed. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. That is all that I have for today's stream. Once again, I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope you all had a good one, and I hope that you're all settling into 2026 with no problems. This live stream will be back every Thursday. I only did it today because this whole embassy thing happened yesterday, I believe. And I just wanted to get the news out there before anybody else. So I did it today. So there will be a live stream, not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after. It's going to go back every Thursday, unless something changes, but I will keep you informed. I will put a community post out there so you guys can see what's going on. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This channel is really not doing well. We need more viewers. We need more views. We need more subscribers. We need to get this channel monetized at some point. So come on, guys. Please share it if you can. If you know anybody who's like-minded, anybody who's against the CCP like we are, then that would be great. So anyway, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.